Yo, welcome back, welcome back. Today is Monday, August 10th, and I'm kind of doing an impromptu video because I want to update you guys on what I did on this past Saturday. So I ran my first 33-mile ultra marathon within a 24-hour notice. So it was absolutely crazy. I texted a friend to see if he wanted to run Saturday, and he told me he was doing this ultra marathon. So I was like, send me the details. And the registration had already closed, but I texted the race director to see if he would let me in, and sure enough, he let me in. So I had 24 hours to prepare for my first ultra marathon, which was a 50K, which is 31 miles. I ended up running 33, but I'll get to that. And yeah, I had the longest I've ever run prior to that was 13 miles. So I was about to be in completely new territory. So let's see. Saturday morning, I check in, I register, everything's good. I have a waist pack and 3 Nutrigrain bars, like a water jug, and my AirPods. So let's see. We start off at 9 a.m. I feeling good. I'm feeling great. I knocked out the first 5 miles pretty easy. Even the first 10 wasn't too bad. We got to about mile. So to take you back real quick, this marathon was different because it was centered around like taco theme. So we had 3 different pit stops, and each pit stop was a Taco Bell. So we had one pit stop at Taco Bell from like I think at mile five ish, mile five ish. The second pit stop was at like mile 13, 14, I believe, and then the next one was at mile like 22, 23. The first one was easy. I was good. People started ordering food there. I didn't want food at all. The second pit stop at mile 13, I didn't eat as well, even though I probably should have. It was the last one at like mile 22, 23, when I was in a lot of pain and I should have ate. But to rewind, yeah, probably about to mile 10, I was feeling pretty good. And then mile 13, I was still feeling good, but I was starting to feel some pain. Mile 15, my AirPods lost battery, and I've never ran before without music. So I knew I was already in for pain for the rest of the race. So mile 15, I didn't have my AirPods, and I was running with a group, and I like running with a group, but this group did not stop, and they were running at a really good pace. So, I mean, from mile 0 to mile about 22 ish, 23, I did not take a break longer than 10 minutes. And this was, again, new ground for me. So I got to about mile 22, 23, and was in a world of pain. I had to stop, and I just started walking to the next Taco Bell, which is like, I don't know, a mile away. And I get to the Taco Bell. I had to eat. So I was so hungry. My stomach was starting to kind of turn inside out. My legs were getting really, really sore. What else was I going through? My back was starting to get tight, and I needed to eat. So I had a chicken quesadilla and 2 Cinnabon donuts. And I had to figure out how to break this thing down coming out of this because I still had 7.9 miles to go. Coming out of this last Taco Bell I was at 23 miles in. So I was like, all right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to run a mile. Or actually, I started walk a mile, run a mile, walk a mile, run a mile, and that's how I was gonna break it down because that was the only way I could conceptualize it and make it manageable in my brain. So I came out of Taco Bell, walked that first mile to let my food digest, and then I ran the next one. I think I walked the next one, and I might have walked like maybe another mile after that, and then there was probably like a mile and a half left, and I ran that. I ran the last 1.5 miles. I'm talking about just gassed. I started facing rib cramps right here, like my upper right rib. My hammies were tight as I don't know what, and I was just tired. I was tired. I was dehydrated. I didn't have enough food, and I was just in so much pain. But I got to learn so much about myself in those 33 miles, especially that last 8, because I was just in so much pain. My dad was around in the city, texting me asking me, how was I doing, and if he wanted to come pick me up. And I was like, absolutely not. Like, I'm going to see this through, and I was going to get to the finish line. And I did. But I just learned so much about myself. And I I just enjoyed the journey. I really did. I got to, like I said, just through all the ups and downs, the roller coasters, the highs and lows. I mean, you really experience it all in like an ultra marathon or something like that. And that's really just like a warm up, a 33 miler, because I have a 50 miler planned in October. So I'm really glad I got to do that and kind of get a taste of what I'm going to get into in October. But yeah, I mean, there was just so much. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. The music going out at mile 15 was big. I was not expecting that. And I literally was just faced with my own inner thoughts, my own inner dialogue and conversations in my head of how I was going to overcome this. Because so many times throughout the race, my mind was telling me, yo, just quit, like just stop, like take a break and stop. But again, I was running with a group and I didn't want to stop with them because they also had the directions. And I was like, I don't know where I'm going, so I'm just going to run with them. So I'm gonna follow them. So that helped me keep going as well. And what else? Yeah, the food part was, I wasn't prepared for that at all. I definitely did not eat as much as I should have. I didn't hydrate enough. I literally on the last walk, on the last run back, the last 8 miles, I luckily ran into a lady who was out in front of her yard gardening, and I asked her like, please, can you give me a bottle of water? Like I have 3 more miles left to go. I'm so thirsty. And luckily she was amazing. She gave me a bottle of water, and that really helped get me to the finish line as well. And yeah, and it's now Monday and I'm still sore. I'm still trying to recover. My ankles are sore, my knees are sore, my hammies and legs are sore. So I'm definitely still trying to recover physically, but I had a blast after all. Like it was pain and it was a lot of suffering, but crossing that finish line, that level of that feeling of achievement and that high you get from, conquering something like that was second to none. So, I'm looking forward to the future races and marathons I have planned for the rest of the year. And yeah, but I just had to update you guys on this one that I just randomly encountered and stumbled into within a 24-hour notice on Saturday. So yeah, what a weekend, and I hope I got to cover everything in here. This is kind of like again random and on the cuff, but yeah, wow, I'm proud of myself. And it was going back to some of our older videos talking about facing challenges and and wanting to really grow. This is how you do it. You get uncomfortable. You have to put friction in front of you, in front of your life to grow. And that's what this was a testimony of. So, yeah, I'll update you guys here in the future, but appreciate you rocking with me, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Here we go.
Oh, man.
We're live.
I cannot believe what I just accomplished. I just ran 33 miles in 6 hours and 8 minutes. And I did all this within 24-hour notice. And I've done a lot of things in my 25 years of life, this is up there as one of the hardest. And I'm in a lot of pain right now, but the feeling I have right now as well of accomplishment, it's just at the highest level right now. So as I've been telling my dad and my mom lately, I'm just all about finding growth and just achieving and really kind of maximize myself, my potential, and kind of discover what I'm all about. And this was step one. There's a lot more races and things I want to do for the remainder of the year. But wow, what a race. I mean, I had so many obstacles within it. I had mile 15, I lost all charge of my AirPods, so it was just me and my mind for the next 17 miles. What else? My legs are so sore. My knees started hurting mile 20-ish. I hit a massive wall around mile 22 right before we hit Taco Bell. Stopped at Taco Bell at mile 23. I was done, done. But I got a chicken quesadilla and some cinnamon donuts and ate those. And while I ate those, I was in a chair that didn't have a back to it, so my back got tight. So I ate the quesadilla, ate the donuts, came back out and walked. So I had 7 miles left. Yeah, 7.9 miles left. Walked the first. So I had to try to break this thing down into small little increments. That's how I could make it make sense in my mind. So what I said I was gonna do was I was gonna walk 1, run 1 mile, walk 1 mile, or run 1 mile. So I did that probably for the first 4. So I ran 2, walked 2, walked a mile and a half-ish more, and I had like a mile and a half left. and I just found another gear and just walked and ran the rest of the 1.5 mile and made it here. So man, what a race, what a day. You can do anything you set your mind to. I'm so grateful to my dad for showing up, supporting me throughout the day. And yeah, this is the first of many, so appreciate you guys. Peace.